Hi and welcome to the Greenbird Bead Kingdom. My name is Tatiana and I'm here with the new tutorial for you. I'm going to show you how to make these lovely snowflakes with Miyuki seed beads. The list of the materials I'm using can be found in the description field under this video, so go to your local bead store, go grab some beads from your stash or go to the Bead Kingdom for some beads, grab supplies and let's get started. String 18 size 11/0 delicate seed beads. Send them here down all across your thread. Now loop these seed beads in ring just like this. Pass through the first bead once again. And this is what we have now. Now string 3 delicate beads. Skip 2 beads here and pass through the third one just like this. Pull your thread. This is what we have now. Now again string 3 delicate seed beads, skip 2 and pass through the third one, pull your thread and do absolutely the same thing all across your ring. String 3, skip 2, go through the third one, pull your thread. Okay, this is what we have now. Looks like daisy. Again, string 3, skip 2 and pass through the third one. Here, see? And again, 3 are strung, 2 are skipped, and we are passing through the third one. Okay, and the last time, string 3, skip 2 and pass through the third one. This is actually the first bead of our beading, so we are passing through it right now. This is what we have at this point. Now pass through this first bead of the previous row. We need to pass through this. And now string 1 and pass through this bead, skipping 1 bead here. Here we need to add 1 bead on top of each central bead of the previous row. So we're going to make this all around our element. Now again we string 1 bead, now pass here. See, we are doing absolutely the same thing. So again we are passing through these 2. Add 1 delicate bead on top of this central bead here again and pass through this bead. Let me pass through 3 beads at the same time just to make a shortcut. Again, I'm stringing 1 seed bead, passing through this one. Again, I'm pulling my thread and coming out of this first bead of the previous row. Pull your thread now. Again, string 1, pass through this bead here. Let me just make a shortcut again and I'm going to pull my thread and pass through these 3 beads at the same time. Last one is strung and I'm going to pull my thread through this first bead here. This is what we have now. Now take your chaton stone size SS39. I'm going to remove my fingerprints using my beading mat. Okay, now put it into this bead setting just like this. And now we need to bring our thread here to this lonely bead which we've added at the previous row. So I'm going to put my thread and go here. And now I'm going to string 3 size 15/0 round Miyuki beads and I'm passing through the next bead that steps out, which was added at the previous row. Then again 3 size 15/0 beads, pass through this standing out bead of the previous row and go all around your beading, adding 3 size 15/0 beads in between each delicate beads that we've added at the previous row. Again, string 3 beads, pass through this delicate of the previous row, pull your thread. Oops, chaton wanted to escape, but I'm not going to let it do this, so I'm going to bring it back. The tension is not perfect because we have not finished the row yet, so this could happen. Again, string 3 beads, pass through this standing out delicate bead of the previous row, and again string 3 beads and pass through this delicate bead Okay, so we've finished the setting for our chaton stone from the right side. This is what we have at this point. Now we are going to pass once again all around the beads we've just added. So we're passing only through size 15-0 beads and not through delica. And pull your thread every time after you pass through these 3 beads. Pull your thread. Then pass through 3 beads, then again pull a thread, so the tension needs to be tight here. Okay, just like this, I'm going to pass through them. And again, pull your thread tightly. While pulling, make sure that your crystal is set perfectly in the center of this beaded bezel. Now I'm going to put other end of my thread to the needle. So now we're going to work with the wrong side of the setting. And again, pull all your threads here. Pull both threads at the same time, so make sure that the setting is tight. And I'm going to make a round loop on the wrong side of my bezel. So I'm going to pull my thread to come all around all these delicate beads that are on the wrong side. So I'm passing through these 2, then through these 2. So 2, 2, 2, skipping 1 bead that was left from the previous row, just 2, 2, 2 all around the bezel. And while you're doing this, just pull your thread tightly so the chaton stone won't fall away from this setting. Okay, now you can secure the thread on the wrong side and continue your beading process with the thread that is located on the right side. So this is what we have at this point. The wrong side is very beautiful, the right side is also very beautiful. We're pulling all the threads and now we need to bring our needle coming out through one of these standing out beads here. See, they are standing out and we need to bring our needle coming out of one of them. So I'm going to pass through this bead, then again pull your threads, keep tension. This is the point where we're going to add 1 snowflake element, string 3 delicas, and now we're going to pass through this bead once again, but from the other side, so kind of making a loop here. Now bring your needle coming out from this bead, string 1 delica, pass through this top bead, string 1 bead again, pass through this bead, and pass through the first bead here. This is what we have at this point. Now we're going to pass through this delicate bead, then through this, so the thread is coming out from this bead here, and now string 1 delicate bead and pass through this bead once again, but from the other side, so again making a kind of a loop. Okay, just like this. And now string size 15-0, 3 beads. I'm going to take blue and pass through this delicate bead here. Pull your thread. This is what we have now. Okay, now string 1 delicate bead and now pass through this bead once again, but from the opposite direction. So again, making kind of loop here. And this is what we have now. Very beautiful. Now we need to bring our needle coming out of this blue bead here. So I need to bring my needle back down here. Then I'm going to pass through this bead. Then I'm going up through these 2 delicate beads and 1 blue. Okay, just like this. Now string 3 blue size 15-0 seed beads and pass through this 15-0 blue bead here and through delicate bead at the same time. So we need to pass through 2 beads. This is what we have now. Now pass through this bead here, through this left delicate bead and string 4 delicate beads. Okay, they are here. Now pass through this top blue bead here. This is what we have at this point, very beautiful. Pull your thread and again string 4 size 11/0 delica beads and pass through this delica, just like this. This is what we have now. Now we need to bring our thread here, so I'm going to pass through this bead. Then through this bead. Then through this bead. And now I'm going to pass through these two. Pull your thread. And now I'm going to skip one bead and pass through these two last beads of the previous row here. So I'm skipping one and passing through the last two. Okay, this is what we have at this point. And now string one delica bead and put it on top of this blue one. Then pass through these two beads. Again, skip one and pass through the last two beads here. Pull your thread, and this is what we have at this point. Now we're going back through all these beads here, here. We are bringing our thread back to the bezel, to our chaton stone. Here, here. I'm going to pass through these beads of the setting here. I'm going to bring my thread to the next standing out delica bead, which is located on the beading bezel. So I'm going to bring my needle here to the next bead that stands out, coming out every time of the bead that stands out. So the second goes here, the third one will be here, fourth will be here, down, here is fifth, and the sixth one is here. Okay, I've created 6 elements. So the last bead is here. I'm going to string this size 11/0 delica bead. I'm going to pass through these 2 beads. Okay, and the snowflake is ready. We just need to secure the thread. To do this, just pass all around some beads, making knots in between beads, and then cut off your thread. Okay, and that's it. Very lovely, very gorgeous, amazing snowflakes are ready to embellish your Christmas gifts. Thanks for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to like this video if you appear to like this tutorial. Subscribe to our channel to get more tutorials in the future, and see you soon. Goodbye!